All right, welcome back to the Bad Takes Worst Timing podcast. New name, new episode, episode 2.
Yeah.
I'm your guest, Gage Hollinger, with my uncle Chase, and our new host, new guest, Aaron, Chase's best friend. Here we go. How we doing,
Cool.
fellas?
How you doing there?
Pretty
Welcome.
good, pretty good. I'm glad the weather's warming up.
Yeah.
For real.
Melt some of the snow right now.
Yeah.
So what do you boys want to start with?
Let's get right into it. Should we start with the impressive or not takes of the week?
Yeah.
All
Yeah. You
right.
want me to start where I left off last week?
Yeah. How about you two do
Yeah, go
yours,
ahead,
and
Chase.
I'll rate if I think they're impressive or not.
All right.
All right.
So I did get to say it last week, but it was on the one that didn't get sent in. But my most impressive story is the coaches at John Wood last year. We just got done with the game, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and we're all sitting in the coach's office, and we got one coach sitting on a computer looking out the window. We got another coach sitting at a computer staring straight at a wall. And me and another coach are sitting in this like kind of like lounge area. There's like relaxing chairs. And I lost a bunch of weight, so my ring fell off my hand, rolled over to the other coach sitting across from me. Just full roll all the way to him. It's like 20-ish feet away. Okay. And all I do is just hold up my hand. He takes my ring, chucks it in the air, and I never move, and goes plunk right on my ring finger. I freak out, and I'm like, what is going on? One of our coaches sees me freak out, and he looks up. His reaction made the other coach turn around, and I was just like, dude, he just threw my ring from across the room and landed on my hand. Me and this other coach are freaking out about this. They're like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. And I was like, I swear. Like, we have no video, we have no record of it. But me and that guy share that moment for the longest ring toss, and
But you know.
but we know.
How
The,
far was it?
it had to have been over 20 feet, and I never moved. I didn't like adjust
That
it. It just
no.
went right on my finger. So I hope me and that guy have that story forever, and I hope he still shares it, and I hope he still tells it because it is the most epic ring toss of all time. I mean, there's significant distance on it, perfect landing, most impressive thing that I've seen ever happen.
That's insane.
Yeah,
All right. I'd say that's pretty impressive. That one's winning
That's
so
pretty
far.
funny. Uh,
What you got? What you got, Aaron?
the thing I got with that though, that just really hurts that story is just it's just you and him that know it
yeah.
and everything. That but
It's
it's crazy because those stories get so much better when you just have one more person
I know,
that sees
but
it, right?
but it's also it's like a thing between me and him. Like, and I hope he hears this podcast because I hope he's still telling the story because it's kind of like this. Like, we know it
Yeah.
happened,
What did you say
and
his name was?
Noah McCreary, our ex-coach at John Wood. But yeah, it was
Shout
real.
out him.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
funny.
What do you got?
Um, it's pretty impressive. I'm very very proud of her. I'm gonna shout out my daughter. It wasn't last week. We didn't play the last 2 weeks, or she didn't play the last 2 weeks. But she just got her. She played in a season before when I coached her for her basketball team. And throughout the season, in practice, she would score, but she never scored in a game. And it was the first game she played in. She didn't play week 1 because she wasn't feeling good, but week 2 she was playing, and she had been in there. We were up a couple of buckets, and she was wrestling for a ball underneath the basket right before halftime. And her first basket that she's made as a semi-professional women's basketball player was a buzzer beater
A buzzer
right
beater.
before halftime.
At what
I
age?
just
Yeah.
she's 7,
And so she ma-
second
so
in
she made
first
her
grade.
first basket ever as a buzzer beater at age 7.
Yep, yep, yeah.
Gotta start somewhere.
I know, right? I know. It was funny because you can't see where I'm standing on the sideline. You can't see the scoreboard, so you don't know how much really time's left when it's playing. And when she threw this ball so high in the air, as it was coming down, the buzzer went off and it went in. And I I just kind
Was
of
it a
laughed and was just like, just kind of threw my hands down. I was like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
was it a three?
No, no, it was just right under the basket.
Oh,
They cannot shoot threes,
Just
Gage.
made a layup.
The strength is not there. But yeah,
That's
it was just a chuck in the air, and it
Oh,
came
that's
down and
funny.
went in. It was great.
I like it. Yeah.
That's funny.
Very good.
Yeah,
Sort of impressive. I'll
right,
say it's
right.
sort of impressive for
That's
for her
cool.
first
We'll take
basket.
it. We'll take it.
The only difference between her first basket and my first basket ever was hers just happened to come when the clock was running out, but it came from the same
Right.
spot.
Yes. I think all of our first baskets in the game was right there.
Yeah.
Right. That's good stuff.
Got a big game this week. The biggest
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest game. I got my Super Bowl attire on.
Does it feel different, like this year? Because like we've been so spoiled for the last 5 years. Like, does it feel different?
It
What-
definitely
what I
feels
kn-
weird.
What I noticed, and I heard somebody, I want to say I was listening to 810, and they had this take, it was either this morning or yesterday morning, and they were saying how, like, other sports are really capitalizing on, like, the week before the Super Bowl. So, like, there were a lot of, like, great games and events,
Yeah.
fights and stuff, Royal Rumble and stuff this past weekend. That you almost forgot that like football was like Super Bowl's next week,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I've definitely
And we've
done
been
that.
spoiled as Chiefs fans too. So yeah.
And I've
Yeah.
done that. Like I even like the Pro Bowl was a couple. Yeah, I didn't even know they did it. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
not
it's
locked
the
in at all.
night. That's the night I think that it's either
Yes.
Oh,
the
is it?
flag football game or like the events
Yeah, see.
start. Because they play like dodgeball and tug of war. Like it's like a field day, but with NFL athletes.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I
Yeah.
thought they already did it. I don't even know. Like I don't watch the Pro Bowl
Yeah.
anymore at all.
Because it used to be like that's last Sunday. It used to be then, but they
Yeah.
changed it to where it's like all this week as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys see Drake May popped up on the injury report? He injured his shoulder or something. I don't know. Something
here
they
we
said he
go.
was dealing with for a couple weeks
Oh, here we go. They're trying to
Yeah.
create some greatest
already.
of all time
Yeah, that's
moment.
what I
Yeah.
kind of thought.
Yeah.
I rolled
Whatever.
my eyes big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, same with Sam Darnold's oblique last
Yeah.
week. You guys remember that?
Yeah. They threw
Yeah,
that
he
little
balled
rib
out,
jacket-
Pretty
though.
good to me.
They threw that
Yeah.
little rib jacket on him, and next thing you know, he's just dotting people up. So
Yeah. Looked pretty good to me.
Yeah. Y'all got any predictions for the game? Like any bets you guys are making? Or
I
still
haven't
too
done
early?
I haven't done anything yet, and I'm still stuck on what I want to do. I think right now the money is towards teasing the Patriots, just because you can get them at double digits right now. But I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really dove into it. I probably will a couple days before. But yeah, no, not yet.
Not yet. What about you,
Yeah.
Aaron?
Yeah, I haven't done anything. I was listening to the Bill Simmons podcast last night when I was at the gym, and it kind of got me pumped up for the coin toss. So I'm thinking about doing a decent wager on the coin toss, and if that hits, then you throw a couple live stuff in there or something like that. I feel like that's just the most fun when you don't have like a horse
Yeah.
in the race.
I had a quick story, real quick. But the Super Bowl that my wife and I got to go to when the Chiefs beat the Eagles, I made all kinds of different bets, and I am not a prop bettor. I like to just go straight lines and take what I take. But anyways, for the
Right.
Super Bowls, I go kind of weird, and I do a bunch of weird stuff for it. But anyways, so I did that the Eagles would call tails, that it would be heads, and that the Chiefs would defer.
You can
So-
get that specific?
Yes,
That's
and I got
crazy.
them all right. So before we've even kicked off, I've won 3 bets, and I lost my ass on all my other bets. Before we even kicked off, I was like, dude, this is going to be awesome. Like, we're 3 for 3. We haven't even kicked the ball yet.
That's
No.
You went to the Arizona one, the
Yeah.
one we beat the Eagles? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you went to the good one.
Yeah, I'll talk more about that here in a little bit. So,
Sodgate.
hey, whatever we got to do.
Yeah.
And
First
some
win,
other
baby. First win.
news. This happened this last week. Bill Belichick, not worthy of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah. I was watching some guys talk about it, and they were pretty much saying that the only way that it makes sense is it's the Hall of Fame's version of punishing Bill Belichick for Deflategate. Like how the same
Mm,
way the NFL did, they fined him a bunch of money and they took some draft picks.
mm,
That since the Hall of Fame is a separate organization from the NFL, this was like their way of doing it.
mm.
That they think that's why he was in a first ballot Hall of Famer. They said they was either that, and I kind of agree because they say it was either that or that they think everyone on was like, oh, everyone's just gonna vote for him, so we're gonna get these other guys that are on their last chance to get in. We're gonna vote for them. I don't agree with that.
That's
It's
two
like if
things
it's
that I have not thought about or heard about this week that actually kind of changes my mind a little bit of what I was going to come in here with. Because I mean, that stuff does actually make a little bit of sense. You know, not putting someone on the first ballot because someone has their last chance of getting in. You know, that
mhm.
actually makes a lot of sense to me.
I mean, he's the greatest coach of all time, though.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
when do you take all of the BS out and then just and look at the resume
Yeah.
from the person? This goes back to like baseball and everything. Like, baseball is probably the weakest Hall of Fame of them all, I think,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
it's the writers feel like they have so much power in putting someone in the hall. I mean,
Yeah,
The
I've had
NFL,
get it,
people,
and you can get into the hall in baseball with not really ever winning anything, right?
yeah, and it's
Like you can
stupid.
just have crazy numbers.
My biggest criteria for a Hall of Fame, and my brothers and Chase and I'm pretty sure we've talked about it in some sort of fashion. Is if you are if you are the best at your position for 3 or more years, like that's dominant.
Yeah,
You've reached dominant status. That should be Hall of Fame worthy. If you are outright the the best at your position for 3 years, and let's be honest, how many years consecutive? That I mean, I know I mean, Bill only won, I believe, 3 Coach of the Year awards, but come on, was he not like just hands
yeah.
down? Everybody knew
I
who the
did
best
see that.
coach was.
Right, and even taking Brady out of the equation, I mean, you see a lot of the we're going to go into the false start, when they're in the punt, just to literally drain the clock by minutes on, like, and you see all this weird
Yeah,
stuff that he does, taking advantage of the rule books to like help win games, But I did look at something when I was looking into this for the week was without Brady, he's only like a 47 win percentage coach, and
that's what
I
people are
was like,
saying against
whoa,
him.
what's
yeah.
Andy without Pat though?
Exactly. That would have been my point coming right back if someone else would
Like,
have said that. Was because, like, yeah, is Andy Reid a Hall of Fame coach without
yeah,
Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, probably he went to what 4 consecutive championship games,
NFC
Yeah,
championships, yeah, with
NFC
the Eagles.
championship games.
yeah,
Well, not
No
maybe not
rings though.
consecutive, maybe not
He
consecutive,
went
but
to
yeah,
four,
4.
but no rings.
Yeah, no
yeah,
rings, right? So it's
right,
like, what is
Yeah.
he without Pat, right?
right.
So it's just you can't really
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
and he
equate
still
those two
got he
together.
had two when he was the defense coordinator for the Browns. Or not the
Yeah,
Browns. Who was he? The
Giants.
Giants, maybe? Yeah, Giants,
Yep,
Giants. He was with the
yep,
Browns and then went yeah.
with Parcells.
So I mean that's still rings. I don't know. It is insane. But guys like that, I don't even it shouldn't even be a conversation.
Exactly.
Those are just automatic, put them in.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can discuss other
Right.
guys, but him, Brady, guys who have won so many, it's
Right.
really
And the
just not
guys,
even a topic.
and for the guys that were on their last chance to get into the Hall, well, you should have made it sooner.
Yeah.
Like if
I
you
mean
didn't
that is
make
their
it,
fault.
yeah,
That's the good thing about the NFL Hall of Fame is it's the only one left that's like legit. They're like there are good guys who don't end up making it.
hmm
And
True.
off that, I kind of just thought of this. Are there guys in the league right now who you think won't make it that like should or that
Oh
are
yeah.
in conversation?
Oh, a lot of them. Yeah.
Who
I think
like big names? Who you
I
think?
think Burrow losing to Stafford killed him because now even if he does get one, is he going to get there? Because he's had so many mediocre seasons and so many good seasons, and there's several others that you can name as well. Like you throw Josh Allen, even though he's one of the most generational talents we've seen, even though he hasn't really
Hmm.
done anything. If he doesn't get one, he can't get in. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, I think I could probably keep going down the list, but
Josh is kind of falling into that like kind of Philip Rivers category, right? Philip
yeah,
Rivers won a ton in the regular season,
yeah,
limited success in the playoffs.
yeah,
Josh is
Yeah.
kind of doing the same thing. I will bang my fist on the table for as long as I live for Priest Holmes to be a Hall of Famer because
yeah.
if you just straight up look at his stats, especially his
Oh
three
yeah,
year run from 2001 to 2003, it is complete dominance.
Yep.
Granted, yes, he did have, probably one of the best offensive lines ever assembled,
Yep.
right? But it doesn't matter. You still got to execute the play. And he was the best
I
at
don't disagree at
executing
all.
those plays.
I don't disagree at
So,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people like Jamal Charles over Priest. I'm just like, look at the stats next to each other. Priest is,
Yeah.
you know.
But if you get
Yeah.
that fast of a guy, that offensive line, though, ooh, that'd have been scary too. But
I guess you'll never know, though.
I don't want to know. I like them both, so I don't want to know.
Right.
But no, I do
So-
agree. Priest needs to be in the Hall. But
I mean, he can't even anymore, can he? He's not eligible anymore, is he? Nah, I
Well,
didn't think so.
you're always eligible, right?
There's like a window. Or I thought there was like a window after. Like you have your 5 years that, or something like that. After you retire, where you
they're
can't.
still inducting people back in the 70s and 60s. If
Okay,
they don't
okay.
really have good candidates in that year, they'll they'll find somebody.
Yeah.
And half
Gotcha.
the time they can't even accept the Hall of Fame inductee because they're probably not here. I've seen that.
Yeah. Well,
That
with
would
the
suck.
Chiefs talk, big topic we haven't discussed yet in last week's episode or before. Should Travis Kelce come back for another 1-year contract to be a Chief, or should he sail off into the sunset and retire?
I think this is the perfect timing for this question because I think you look at it like does it hurt us if he's on the roster, or does it like if we're going to get worse with him on the roster, then no. If we're going to stay the same or be better with him on it, then sure. And I think my best analogy, right, is like, what Aaron was just saying is like we went from Priest Holmes, Larry Johnson, Jamal Charles, of just icon after icon. We've done that with the same at the tight end position. If you kind of want to just jump over Tony Moyaki real quick. So it's like, I don't know if it's like if you go get a generational talented tight end, let's just repeat what we've done. Let's just go get another really good one and keep going with it.
Sadiq
But
from
I
Oregon.
had said last week, or maybe it was the one we didn't post. I don't know, but we were talking about the Eric Bieniemy coming back and the offensive coordinator. And I had said I want to do what Mahomes wants. Like if he wants him back, yep. If he doesn't, then nope. It's kind of similar to that from my take. It's like I only want Kelce to come back if he's going to show up like he did this year. I don't want him to show up just to show up, to get one more shot at it. Like if he wants to show up in shape where his mind is on us and not necessarily, Taylor Swift and all her personal goals that she has. If he wants to show up in shape and go to work, then sure, I would love to have him back.
Yeah, this last year, obviously people are gonna hate on him because he's not in his prime anymore. I mean, that's obvious
Yeah.
to see. But numbers wise, 800 yards,
Yeah.
80 something catches, couple touchdowns. Like he still had a good year for a tight end, very productive.
Yeah.
I agree. I think if he wants to come back, he should. But he has to be all in, and he has to make sure he's in shape. Like, because the season before, he did not come back.
Exactly.
He did not come to the season in shape. He was obviously heavier. He was moving slower. His numbers were still decent, but his game to game play,
Yep.
he didn't look as effective and nowhere as dominant. I also think another thing that I wonder if we'll persuade him to come back is if we do get that Sadiq from Oregon, their tight end. If we get him in the first round, I wonder if that's going to influence him to come back, to know that some of that load is going to, some of that pressure is going to come off him even more. Because, Noah Gray is a serviceable backup, but he's not anything special. You get a first round tight end, that guy, at that point, I think he'll almost be split.
So you're saying if
Y'all,
we do draft a tight end, then he should come back.
Yeah, for not not only just to mentor him. There's no better mentor in the game right now.
Yeah.
To have the top 3 tight end of all time, but also there's so much pressure just in his position group taken off of him. He's been the number 1 guy even last year. He was our number 1 option at 37 years old, 36 years old. It's not supposed to be like that, obviously. So I think having another guy coming into the room that can take a lot of that pressure off him will help him and can keep his career going.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Right. I get that. But the factors I look at when it comes to Kelce are just are very simple and very visible, right? One, do you think Travis is really going to walk out of a Hall of Fame career top one of the best tight ends to ever play the game after a season like he just had in the in the storylines that followed him. You know what I'm saying? Like dropping the pass in the Eagles game, dropping the pass.
You see
They're
him on the
late.
sideline just defeated. Like
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Like I just can't. It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't feel right. Like that, I could see him walking. And another thing, like for his last game in Vegas, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, him and Patrick are two peas in a pod, right? They're best friends. And Pat wasn't there. You think if it was truly his last game that Patrick Mahomes would have been there? Like even though he was rehabbing to whatever, he would have been there at that game. Taylor would have been at that game. His family would have been at that game. Jason, everybody, right?
Yeah.
So just looking at those factors, like especially when that didn't happen in Week 18, I was like, he's going to be back. Now,
Yeah.
does he come back on a better number? Has to, right? Like if this team wants to be successful this year, we are seeing. If you look at our cap numbers, we are paying the price for going for that 3P,
Yep.
right? We overpaid for Chris Jones, for George Karlaftis. Some of those cap numbers on our roster are egregious. So like this draft, I hope we don't take a tight end first round because we've got a
Really?
lot more needs than tight end. I believe just in my and that can be for another conversation after Super Bowl's over and stuff. I'd love to get into that, but I think this offense still does need a Travis Kelce. Patrick still does need a Travis Kelce. So I do want to see him back, but obviously got to get a better number because it's just not going to fit right with this cap. And this is another conversation too for after the Super Bowl as well. That I think this is the biggest draft of Brett Veach's career. Like this is going to make or break if he's going to be
I
our
agree.
GM in 2 years.
For sure.
He's got to hit
Because there's
Yeah.
so many holes like you
This is
said.
a big year.
so many.
Yeah, if you don't
So many bad contracts, so many holes. It's
Yeah.
like you
and
got.
for what
it's gotta
Gabe
be
was
better.
saying, I was kind of on the flip side of that. Like, if we don't get a tight end, I more so want Kelsey to come back. Unless because, we talked about it very, very briefly, but it sounds like McDuffie's probably going to have to be traded.
Has to be.
So if he is traded, are we getting a tight end back for him or not? And if we're not,
That's a good question.
then Kelsey needs to come back for our sake.
Right.
I just saw recently, it was on Instagram, but it was if we could trade Trey McDuffie to the Rams and get the Rams, because the Rams have 2 first-round picks this year. Trade him to the Rams, get their 29th overall pick, and then like another 4th or whatever. That's an interesting idea because then right now we have no cap space, so we have to like you said, this is the biggest draft we've had in a while. We have to load up on picks and we have to hit on all
Got it.
if we want to keep it going.
80% at least.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
just for everyone's take, I think we're all kind of saying the same thing. Like we're okay with having him back. I think it's way different
For
than
sure.
the Salvador
There's still-
Perez signing.
There's
his
a lot
2
of
years.
people that don't though,
Yeah, listen, I
which
mean,
is surprising.
listen, like IQ alone keeps him competitive, right? Even if he doesn't move as fast, even if he never really was a blocker, so we're not really concerned about that stuff, right? But just the simple of like knowing where to go when things are breaking down and you see other people struggle with that, that is Patrick Mahomes' game. It's literally making something out of nothing, and that's why those two connect so well. So whoever you bring in behind him is not going to have that same type of feel. They're going to be going into crowded space instead of open space, and it's just so yeah. He's always welcome back for me as long as he can move.
Yeah. Me and Chase have talked about it a little bit, but we haven't heard your perspective. What do you think on EB coming back, Aaron?
I mean, at first, I didn't like it just because we're notorious for just recycling trash, bringing back,
Yeah.
bringing back same
Graham Hunt, we've done with him,
and
yeah.
familiar and comfortable. And sometimes, like, when you want to make real change in your life or real change in other people's lives and the perspectives around you, you got to be uncomfortable. So it's just that's where I feel like Andy is he's never really shown. So it doesn't surprise me that we brought back EB. Now, if we can bring back the accountability
Oh, it's
that we
coming.
need for certain positions in certain
Hmm.
aspects of our offense, then hell yeah, I'm all for it.
Hmm.
You know, I mean,
Did you get?
I think our wide receiver room is in for a big rude
Oh
awakening,
yeah. Oh yeah.
big
Did
time.
you see? Have you seen the wide receiver? It was a couple of weeks ago. Did you see the wide receiver coach we hired, Chad O'Shea?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chad
He
O'Shea, he's well renowned in the circles.
he was
Uh,
he was with the Patriots during their like long run. He was their wide
right,
receiver coach. Yeah,
right.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
I
he'll
that's
help our
good.
young guys.
I think jumping in with that, like, I think Aaron is totally on the right point. But I was upset when he left, so I am glad that he's coming back, and because that was our absolute top notch. Granted, we had Kelsey and Tyreek, right? So like, there's a lot more things you can do, but that was when our offense, that little gap, was by far the best offense we've ever produced as Chiefs fans, ever. And we've had some really good offenses in the past, but that was like a different level of moving the ball, scoring pace, no matter what was going left in the game. Like, we always felt like we were going to come back and win if we ever got behind. I never really felt that with anybody but him. Like, I just didn't. Not the same.
Ask yourself this. Ask yourself this question, Chase. You think EB was calling the plays?
Some of them, yeah, of course he was. I mean, they've gone
I
back
Some
and
think
of them?
forth. Yeah, we've gone back and forth on this a lot, right? Like, do you know that, like, the actual coordinator's job, right, is throughout the course of the week, they are dissecting everything. They're the ones that are putting in the entire game plan. So regardless of who ends up calling those plays on specific wins and whys, that's the offensive coordinator's job. So like that stuff of getting everything ready for the week and the game plan, by far better than what Nagy was doing.
You
By
don't
far.
think Andy Reid has any part in that?
Well, of course he does. He's the head
well, he
coach. He's
obviously
part in
does.
everything.
Right, right.
But that is
So
the
you think you think Matt Nagy, Eric Bieniemy, our offense coordinators were in charge of the game plan and the install?
yes, that's the coordinator's
No,
job.
no. It's Andy
Aaron,
Reid. Andy,
no, it's not.
everything runs through Andy.
Everything,
Everything.
everything runs through every head coach, but it is
Look
their
at
installment.
look at the infamous video of Jet Chip Wasp when
When
through
he's
the
asking for
NFL
wasps.
films
Yeah, I've seen it. Everyone's seen it.
he asked for permission to call a play.
Yeah.
You think that man is actually doing the install and the game
So you're
plan?
talking
The
about
person that
right.
asked for
You
permission?
think an entire game stall installation has the same effect as a game-winning play? That is the head coach's call. The fourth and ones, the fourth down, the big third downs, those are always the head coach's call, not just Andy Reid's. That's why the head coach always takes blame for it. But the installment of the game plan, 1,000% is done by all offensive coordinators. That's literally their job.
I disagree. That's why when Matt Nagy was catching all this flack about our offense, I didn't agree with a lot of the takes out there just because it just
It's
you
very
think Andy Reid's just going to let a sinking ship sink?
no.
So wait,
No.
Aaron, you put this last year. You put more of the blame on Andy Reid offensive wise than you did
One
on Matt Nagy.
one
Is
thousand
that
percent.
1,000? Really?
1,000%.
Not me.
Yes.
Go
Really?
to
Yeah.
just
Now,
click.
was Matt Nagy? Did Matt Nagy hold his players in his execution with the certain accountability that an Eric Bieniemy would? Probably not.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Exactly.
I think
He's
that's what's
very
going to come
laid
back.
back. You can see that in
Yeah.
his interviews. He's a very laid back guy. That's why I mean, honestly, that's probably why him and Pat got along really well. It's just because Matt Nagy is no dummy when it comes to like the X's and O's of the game. But it's accountability. It's, are you going to be on your spot when you need to be on your spot? And if you're not going to be there, then there's got to be consequences.
It's as simple as
And
this for me. Like,
that's
listen,
what Eric Bieniemy brings it.
I don't
brings it
like to. I'm not like a huge numbers guy. Like, I will if they make sense, and because I think more of the time, like, you can just see the product on the field is going to make sense more than numbers will most of the time. But when you have a 3-year window of Eric Bieniemy's offense, you can see the before, during, and after, and you can literally just see across the board every category: running, passing, blocking, scoring, all of it is significantly higher with Bieniemy here than when he's not here, on before him and after him. So yeah, I'm always going to be on Bieniemy's side, and maybe it is just simply the accountability in practice. Maybe that's what
I'm saying.
maybe it is. But at the same point, if that's how you're going to get your stars to lock in on their job, maybe that's the gap that we're missing. And listen, I'm not saying I don't think that Nagy is a good coach or a bad coach. I just don't think he's an elite coach. And I do think Bieniemy is. And that's why I was happy that they got him back.
I
If
do
you
think it's kind of.
is. Oh, sorry.
Go
Go ahead, Gage. You good?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I do think it's kind of telling that Matt Nagy had interviewed for several weeks for the Tennessee Titans head coaching job, and then Robert Saleh came in after like the 49ers had lost in the playoffs. It had pretty much stolen that job for him in one interview. I do think that's kind of telling about how good of a head coach he is and how he's performed in the past, and just like where he's at as a coach and what organizations think of him.
Yeah.
Where's Bieniemy been?
He's been with the Bears. What are you talking about?
The Bears, the best,
Yeah,
one of
for
the best
one
run
season.
games.
Where
in
was he
the-
at before that?
Yeah. Who
He
was
was
He
an
went back
OC
to
for
college.
UCLA. Got fired
Yeah,
after
went-
1 year.
Who were the
You know what I'm
Bears 2
saying?
years ago? Who they are now? Like,
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that was just him because Ben Johnson's just like he's just as good, but
he
like
did
he's,
turn that run game
he's-
around.
No,
though.
yes,
he
he's
impacted
done
the
this
run game
everywhere
1000%.
he's been. He has improved every team he's been with. Maybe not the college version of it, but everything else, dude, EB has zero blame of it. Like he doesn't have any showing of being bad. He only has being good. So like there to me, there's just levels to
But
it.
why won't teams hire him?
What are you talking about?
He interviewed for multiple teams when he left us, and
Yeah.
nobody hired him.
Yeah,
They wouldn't bring
was-
him on for. He went to Washington to be an
Yeah.
OC for 1 year. Got fired.
Right, and they said it was because he's too hard on everybody. That was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the underlying sense is that he's too
I-
hard on everybody.
I wonder
Exactly.
if his personality is not the type of personality that would work as a head coach.
Maybe.
Almost, you know what I mean? He's so hard on
I
players
get that.
that you can't have that. Like that's not the kind of guy you want as a leader. It's like I don't know. It seems like a lot of organizations want a team building guy at this point, a young guy that's sort of like a Ben Johnson or a Matt LaFleur that's always going to back their guy and that's always trying to build the team. And I don't think Eric Bieniemy is that. I think
Right.
he's going to dog on guys sometimes. He's going to
Yes.
tell you you're this, you're that.
He's going to test
And
your.
that's-
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the role of a head coach in
Dude,
the
I
NFL.
think that's just what we need. I really do. And like, listen, like I might
agree.
be. You never know because we're going to have a brand new product on offense this year. It's going to be a work in progress from start all the way to finish, especially if we don't know if Pat's going to be ready by week 1 or not. But listen, I think we're better off with him than we are without him. Like I think things were just better when he was here, and we had all those trick plays. He let the guys kind of put their own little spin on things, you know. So it's not like he's not taking advice. He's just making sure that those stars are locked into what they're doing. And I think for a Super Bowl contention team, it's exactly what you need running around the building. So I'm gonna always be on Bieniemy's side. I like him here. I want him here.
I just hope he brings back under center, downhill, hard nosed football.
yeah,
Oh, it's
same.
coming.
We got to
It's
pick up
coming.
a running back first.
Yeah,
That's true too. We need to get that segment out.
Yeah,
yeah, for real.
those draft segments are going to be fun to do
Yeah, I might have to do it more than one too. So
for sure.
All right. Well, that was our Chiefs talk for the week. Let's go back to the Super Bowl. And a big conversation that we've had during the week is who like all time, who are our favorite top Super Bowl performers. So we all have a list,
Okay.
and we're gonna rank our three favorite players of all time in the Super Bowl or top performances.
do we go 1-1-1 or do we just say off our categories?
Let's do 1-1-1 just in
Okay.
case
Or-
we do have.
Just in case we're
similars.
repeating the same.
I guarantee. Well,
Let's start.
these might
Should we
have
start at
1-1-1.
3? Well, let's do our third, and then we'll go to our
Ooh,
second. And then
you want to work backwards?
cool.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
All right, so some of you
yeah,
guys
we'll build
might
up to our-
steal my one then.
we'll build up to our best one. Do you want me to start?
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. In my third spot, I got Jalen Hurts in Super Bowl 57, the one that they lost, that you went to, Chase.
Yeah.
He had 304 passing yards, a passing touchdown, 70 rushing yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
In a
The only
fumble.
reason why I have him in my third, 'cause, I mean, 4 touchdowns in a game is crazy.
Fumble. That
In a
Yeah,
fumble.
that's-
up. Yeah.
The only reason why he's not higher on the list is he had the fumble that essentially lost the game for them,
Yeah, they lost
and
the
that
game.
and that they lost. So you can't be in the top 2 spots with a loss.
Holding
Right.
defense. Let's go.
Right.
My my ranked third spot. I'm sorry, but I had to give it to 4 people. And it was the defensive line of the New York Giants when they upset the undefeated
That's good.
Patriots.
Ooh,
They
That's
completely
good.
took over that game and completely changed. And that team was by far one of the best teams ever seen. And that defensive line took it personally, and they were getting to Brady more than I've really ever seen Brady get to. And I think, although there were some crazy images and crazy plays from that whole entire Super Bowl, I think that defensive line was the reason why the Giants were able to upset the undefeated New England Patriots. So that's my number 3 spot.
I like it.
Nice. I am going to kind of piggyback off of your. It's not the same pick as yours, Chase, but I will go defense with it. And the Tampa Bay defense in the '03 Super Bowl against the Raiders, because I hate the Raiders, was complete domination. Listen to these stats, guys. The Tampa Bay defense in the game had 5 sacks, 5 picks, 3 pick
Five picks?
sixes, 5 picks, 3 pick sixes, all against the league MVP Rich Gannon, who
Wow.
Yep.
got screwed over in Kansas City. But
I
we won't
love
talk
that.
about
I'm glad that we have completely not said the same first 3 right out of the gate, and those were all
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good selections.
Ooh.
So
It was
we're off to a
great.
good start here.
The
Aaron's starting
Tampa
off-
Bay dominated them, 48 to
Starting
21.
off with a banger. That's
Yeah.
a good third spot. All right. In my second spot, I have James White from Super Bowl 51, the Patriots versus Falcons, the one that they came back when they were down 28-3. So they won the Super Bowl. He only had 29 rush yards, but he had a rush touchdown. But he had 14 catches for 110 yards and a receiving touchdown. So kind of a check down merchant by Brady, but
Oh,
huge game from him, and he was crucial in their comeback in the second
did
half.
you not look up what also happened in that game? Because my number 2 is the same game from a different guy.
What you got?
Tom.
They had
Tom?
500
Tom, 505?
passing yards. 505.
505? Yeah, I thought about putting it
The
on there.
28-3 comeback Tom Brady is my number 2 slot.
14 catches. My number 2 slot was James White. 14
Adam, baby.
catches.
14? That's
Who
so
threw it to
many.
him? Who threw it to
Huh?
him? Who threw it to him?
You gotta
14?
score after you catch the ball.
Yeah.
James White get the MVP? What are we
Diving
doing?
for
It
the-
should. He was robbed.
He had
Greatest-
the game-winning touchdown, didn't he? The diving for the pylon at the end?
Yeah.
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 We all
I
knew
thought
it.
it was
Yeah.
a shoe-in. I thought it was a shoe-in that he was going to get MVP.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
got
I mean, he
505.
should have. But 505 is tough to beat.
All
but
I'm hearing is
That's a lot.
fucking check down, check down, check down, check down. That's all I'm hearing.
That's your
that's
quarterback.
your
I
guy.
know.
That's your guy, though.
Yeah.
I know.
You're
That's what I'm
making your
saying.
own argument.
Yeah. No, I got
All
I
right.
got TB in
Good
the
pick,
comeback,
Gage. Good
28-3.
pick.
So you guys
All
agree?
right.
All right. Are we going to be unanimous on this one? What do we got?
We'll see. I don't know. I have my number 1 slot going old school.
Okay,
Steve
good.
Young, Super Bowl 29. He
Yeah.
won the Super Bowl. He had 325 passing yards, 6 passing touchdowns, and Super Bowl MVP.
Very good.
That's pretty good. That's
Very
pretty
good.
good.
I had zero.
He
I've
routed the
done-
Chargers.
I've done zero homework on stats. But my number 1
Be better,
is-
Chase.
is the 38-35 Chiefs Super Bowl win. My quarterback winning a Super Bowl on a broken ankle. That entire, not just Super Bowl run, but that entire playoff run where he's just hobbling around and still just the best in the game. That is
Bloody
by
ring.
far my
26
number
yard.
1.
The 26-yard run was
Everything
incredible.
about that
Yeah.
entire playoffs, not just that Super Bowl, because like when I was at all the playoff games, and when he originally got hurt against the Jaguars, and I'm sitting up in the stands, basically pouting because no one around me that I'm with knows exactly what just happened. That we're done, guys. Like we cannot have a disabled quarterback and go win a Super Bowl, and then we do. And it was like the most incredible run doing that against that defense and putting up 38 on them. Unreal. Yes, that's my number 1, Patrick Mahomes. You're always my guy.
My number 1 is also a homer pick, and it comes from Super Bowl 54 from another running back that got
Yep.
kind
Ooh,
of
yeah, that's a good one.
screwed out of MVP there, and that's playoff
Yes.
Damian Williams for my number
Great pick.
one
Yep.
with 17 carries and 104 yards, 4 catches, 29, and 2 tutties.
Yep.
We don't win that game without Mr. 26, playoff 2-6.
Yeah.
Um,
He also got
but
40
yeah,
of
it
that
was
on one play in the
fantastic.
game.
Should have brought him back after that year. I think if I'm not mistaken, we let him go after that Super Bowl year, and I'm just like that earned
He
a
didn't
3-year
even
deal.
play much longer.
Yeah, no, he was
No,
about done
I
after
don't think
that.
he did either. But
He,
and
he
he
left
was,
it all out there.
hey, that's just
Yeah.
another example of a good Eric Bieniemy backfield that they found the right guy. That's where I kind of go back to that argument that's the only reason why I like EB is that we need to get that run game going. And Damian Williams was fantastic in that game.
Yes, he was.
Dang right.
He was. And he ended the game, by the way. People forget this, that he was the one that broke 40 yards free for us to just send it like
Game over. Start the
Game over.
celebration.
Yes.
Start the
And
tears. I was
Yeah,
crying.
because you still have those little
crying myself.
nervous moments, like if they stop you here, they got a chance, and then he just busts
Yeah.
free, and it's like,
Okay,
we just
Tony
won-
Romo.
We just won the Super Bowl.
They got a chance, Jim.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hey, maybe we can get Tony Romo on here.
For real. You wouldn't want him?
Passion.
I'd want Tony Romo on here.
Passion.
No, I think we need to get Kelce on here to give the am I coming back or not coming back?
Yeah.
For it to be broadcasted here that he sends his announcement out on our podcast.
Have him announce it after he announces it publicly, because that would be bad timing. Get it?
Funny, but then we probably wouldn't get
That's
as
good.
much of a following if he didn't just do it.
I think if Kelsey came on, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
No
I
matter
think you
what.
would just
No matter
get a
what he
following
said.
after
No
Tra-
matter-
yeah,
I was telling someone this last night at work that I think it'd be funny because, like, if we got Travis Kelce on here, I feel like I'd be a lot less nervous talking to Travis Kelce than I would if, like, we got Taylor Swift on here. Like, I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
No.
get starstruck over, like, pro athletes, but, like, if you brought in, like, Taylor Swift, I'd be like, I don't even know how to talk to you. Like,
I wouldn't, not even that, just there's so many people who we don't, like, random women out there that would listen, that would be scary.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like,
sure.
the opinions that would come off of whatever
Yeah.
we said would be
Yeah.
very scary.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
I'd be so much rather get Killer Trav on here and just talk football with him.
That'd be fun.
But, yeah, drop in the comments below who had the best list. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about it next week, maybe. You guys rank it. Kind of still Super Bowl talk and player talk. Who are your guys' X factors going into this Super Bowl? Maybe like one or two guys that you really see that you think are going to make a big difference. I like.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Gage.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I was going to say
wanna
for the Patriots. For the Patriots, who's going to make a big difference in my mind is Will Campbell, their left tackle. He got injured earlier this year. Kind of been getting beat up in the playoffs. And that Seattle D-line is very underrated. No one talks about them, but they're good. And that's going to be big to see if Will Campbell can hold up on that left side and keep Drake May's blind side clean, especially if that shoulder is banged up. He's a big one for the Patriots.
Yeah,
Oh, no, go ahead.
My bad. I'm going to go with the two running backs with New England. I think if they are not able to do what they normally do, this game gets away faster. I think if they're on their game collectively together, that is where the Patriots basically control the whole clock. They control the time of possession stuff. If they get into that style of game, I think that's what's going to favor the Patriots. If it doesn't, if they're getting stuffed by the run, what you were talking about with Seattle's defensive line, if that run starts to get stuffed early, I think that's when, if you throw this into a passing battle, this game's going to be over by half. If they're able to run the ball and get their little chunk plays out of that stuff, that's when this thing goes all the way to the fourth quarter down to the wire. So I'm going to say New England's run game.
Yeah, I like it. I think very underrated and very familiar face in the Super Bowl is that kind of gets looked over in this offense is Cooper Kupp. Cooper
Ooh,
Kupp is an absolute pro.
Former Super Bowl MVP.
And yeah, former Super Bowl MVP. Yeah,
Doesn't celebrate.
he's very, very comfortable in these situations, and I think he's going to be very ready to play. And I think he's going to be a very reliable source for Darnold. Now, don't get me wrong. I think JSN is going to go off. He is incredible.
Yeah.
His route running is second to none. But yeah, I think a big X factor in that game is Cooper Kupp. I like his first touchdown score.
I would have to agree.
I don't know if you guys got another guy, but another guy I like too is Rashid Shaheed, their Seattle's punt returner and kick returner. I mean, it would be sick if we had like another Devin Hester type first play of the Super Bowl to take one back. That would be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll be a big name in this game too.
That's a big.
He's going to be fun
big
to
little
watch.
pickup though. For them grabbing him in the middle of the year, that was a big pickup, man.
Huge pickup, and he got him for what, like a fifth, maybe a fourth, nothing
You know
like.
how the NFL works. You basically trade away your whole life savings for a fifth or something. It's like what?
Yeah, I don't understand. Madden was so off on that. Yeah, they definitely got that wrong. But if you think about it, the one thing with Shaheed is I think the Patriots might be pretty good at limiting his effectiveness, just because they have a great punt returner and special teams player, and was it Marcus Jones?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, their punt returner.
The cornerback.
Stud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Dude, yeah, I remember last year he won them a
practice
game.
with that. Yeah, exactly. They practice with that all the time, so they kind of know how to get around that probably a little bit. Same thing with Seattle though too.
Yeah.
So who's your? We didn't get your pick, and we did it last week, Aaron. But like, who's your pick on who you got in this game? Are you picking Seattle?
I think I'm picking Seattle. I think the line's at like 4.5 right now, and a lot of people think that Seattle's going to blow them out. I could see that happening, but those casinos in Vegas didn't build themselves. They're not stupid. I know the line jumped a little bit when it first opened because there was a lot of money going on Seattle. So they naturally have to move that just to balance their books, but they're not stupid. So I do like Seattle. I don't know if I like them to cover the 4.5, but yeah, that's another conversation.
Okay.
Nice. All right, should we get into our rat of the week, or is it? Do we change it?
You want to do our little breakdown?
Yeah. Go ahead, Aaron. If you want, or I can read it.
I got it.
Go.
Yeah.
I got it right here.
We got a new segment that we're gonna run each week, and it's sponsored by Planet Pest, and Pest Solutions, a family-owned pest. I'm gonna restart that. We're gonna edit that out. All right, here we go.
Scissors.
Just keep it going. They'll love it.
All right, so we're going to do a new segment called the Cockroach and Rat of the Week, presented and sponsored by Planet Pest Solutions, a family-owned pest control company from Oak Grove, servicing commercial, residential, and everything in between. It's Planet Pest, then it's the rest. I'll start.
Go ahead, Aaron.
I'll start by saying that my rat or cockroach of the week is Punxsutawney Phil. This guy, who here likes winter? I know we get all the seasons here in Missouri, but Punxsutawney Phil decided he wanted to come out and not see a shadow. So now we got 6 more weeks of winter from this groundhog. So just to be frank, he can suck it.
It's February 3rd.
And
dude,
yeah, he can suck
we
it.
had our good
And
snow.
I'm ready for this
summer.
damn cold and snow to go, so my dogs can use the bathroom outside.
I'm good for one good snow and then get out of here.
Yeah, we had our snow. It's summertime now. Get all this cold weather. Get this.
Punxsutawney Phil is my rat of the week.
Get on the base. You want to go, Gage?
Oh, do I have a rat of the week?
I got one. If you don't, I'm ready.
You got one? I don't.
Yes.
I don't have one on my mind.
All right, listen. So I know I got to rewind for this, but I don't care. This has been on my mind for a long time now. My old neighbor in my house that I used to live in. Okay, so we had this fence that took up, like, we had our huge backyard for the dogs. And we get this huge storm. This creek comes up behind our house, knocks our fence down. It's gone. So, like, can't even keep the dogs in anymore. So, our side, our connection side, was technically our neighbor's fence. Okay. And so I go knock on his door and I'm like, yo, we're going to redo this thing. Is there any way, like, you could pay for a quarter of it since it's technically a quarter of your fence? My guy says, yeah, no problem. Cool. I'll let you know whenever we get it all situated. 3 weeks later, right, we get this whole thing set up. I go knocking on the door. He don't answer. Next week, he don't answer. A year later,
He's a
this dude,
ghost.
this dude is dodging, right? And he owes me, like, technically like $400, right? This guy ends up moving
He's
away.
dodging $400. That's it.
Something like that, bro. Something like that.
That's
Yeah. There was,
that's knee breaking money.
yeah. So
I mean,
anyways,
I guess.
so he moves away. We get new neighbors, right? And I never, you know what I ended up doing when I sold that house? We got a counter offer, and I recountered the counter offer for $400 less just to get that money back. So when they bought the house, they technically recovered that fence money. That guy, still to this day, man, it's been like 4 years, 5 years since then. I'm still mad about that. The guy never gave me my money. Yeah. Rat of the week. My old neighbor.
Yeah.
Don't even know the guy's name.
Oh.
Screw you, man.
Rat.
Yeah.
Ah, that's funny. I don't know if I have one. Maybe. So, I, I might. So I took my truck in for servicing during when I was on Christmas break away from school and I was back home, right? So I take my truck in. They do whatever they got to do. Fix it. I get it back a couple hours later, and then they normally will send you a text message like saying thank you, thank you for bringing your truck in. But then I get another text message from another number, and it's from the Ford dealership still, but it's like saying, "Hey, your tires like are running low on tread. Like you could get some new, like you might need to get some new tires soon."
Here it goes.
You know how they are. It's really not that bad. They're just trying to, they're trying to get you to buy some new tires. So I kind of just ignore it, and then that's been 2 months ago now. For the last 2 months, I've been getting like emails, text messages, calls telling me I need to get these new tires. And then finally, I've just been ignoring the calls. Finally, I answered the call yesterday, and he was like, "Hey, this is so and so from Ford. We're calling about your tires." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, man. I know what you're calling about.
I know who you are. I know
I
who
know
you are,
what you're
bro.
I know who you're I know what you're calling about. I'm good. Thanks, man." And just hung up on him. I was like, "Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so tired of this."
Yeah.
So
Good.
hopefully,
That's good.
hopefully the text messages, the calls, the emails stay away.
Yeah.
I'll
Rat.
get those texts. I'm for some reason linked my numbers linked up with my mom's house, right? And I'll get those texts and be like it'll say, hello, Mr. Ray. Are you open to selling your property at my mom's address?" And I'll respond the same every time. I'm like, "Yeah, $1 million." Like, let's talk. Like, and I never get a response after it,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Go away,
Yeah.
you rat.
Get rat. Good rats, guys. Man.
It's a great segment. Got anything else you want to talk about? Anything that's on the mind, on your heart?
I started my cut on Thursday of last week, so it goes till the end of March. So I'm gonna be hungry a lot for the next 2 months. So
That's good.
a lot of water, a lot of electrolytes, but
Be hungry for takes.
yeah. Hey, baseball's coming, so I'm ready
Yeah,
for takes.
that's what. This show's just kicking off, and everything. Like, yeah, and it's a Super Bowl dominated episode. I get it, and hopefully listeners get it too. But yeah, draft talk's going to be a lot of fun. Baseball's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't wait
We
to
can
get
get
into
into some
baseball.
Mizzou sports too.
It's about March, fellas. It's about
Maybe,
March.
maybe we can get
Good
big
basketball's
enough.
coming.
Maybe we can get big enough in this to where we break down so much baseball that someone out there wants to rehire me as a coach. So, anyways, anybody listens
This
to this, I'm ready, boys. Get me back on a
This has
roster.
all just been a roundabout way of Chase getting back in the coaching tree.
Yo,
That's it.
we don't
That's
have
it.
to stop this. We can still do it. We might have to change the scheduling, but we can still do this. But yeah, I want back in. I'm missing it right now. I'm seeing all these teams getting underway right now. I don't know if you guys saw that, but you guys don't know much about junior college baseball, but there was a team that just broke the college baseball record for most consecutive wins. That's 65
You don't
In
say.
a row?
in a row.
In a row?
Whoa.
In a row.
Sheesh.
65
Whoa.
consecutive wins in a row.
It's
Yeah.
not better than UConn wins basketball, but
Listen, yeah, but I mean, who cares?
Yeah. my daughter's gonna care one day when she goes.
Yeah,
to
one
UConn.
day. Yeah,
When
can meet
she's
Caleb
on the UConn roster?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
Ah.
YouTube people.
Put that
Shout
into the
Shout out to my
universe.
dog, bro.
Shout out, bro.
Yeah.
What a
Look at
beast.
that. Perfect timing, man. Look at that. We're right in that little window, that little sweet spot window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, boys. Aaron. Oh, yeah, by the way, we didn't introduce this guy correctly, but he's like a 15-time fantasy football champion. So we brought in a
Oh, yeah,
guy
my bad.
big
with
deal.
some serious ball knowledge. You know,
Yeah.
we'll get his emotional fantasy football takes next late summer, I guess.
Boy, they're emotional.
They are his 100 ads for the year. So
I'm a transaction fiend.
yeah, he cuts people emotionally. All right, man. Well, good to see you, boys. We'll see
Good
you
to
next
see ya.
Tuesday.
Thank you all for listening. If you could like, subscribe, drop a comment, whatever it is, do it. I don't know all the things, but yeah, it's been a good one. See you guys next week. This was
Cool.
the Bad Takes Worst Timing Pod.
Goodbye.
Deuces.